What's going on, everybody? How you doing? And welcome to Lord PeteyTV. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of little tips and tricks that I've learned while playing Gray Zone Warfare. Now, what you're probably asking yourself is, what is the what things that would make me really want to make sure I informed you? Now, these are the top 5 things that I ended up learning while we ended up playing. So, let's go ahead and put it in. I'm going to put my earphones on so I can hear everything. Now, one of the more important things I learned when I started to play Gray Zone Warfare was the fact that I had no clue where any of my tasks or anything like that was. So I wanted to kind of go in, and I kind of wanted to make sure I ended up doing that and figuring out all of that fun stuff off the bat. Now, to do that, I ended up coming into the character menu. So, you end up hitting escape. You have your character menu right here, and up here on this top tab, you have your vendors. So you're going to go vendors, and then you're going to have all of your different vendors here, telling you everything that seems to be going on, your trade, your tasks, all that fun stuff. Now, what I'm going to end up showing you here is, what we ended up doing was we go to Gunny, because he is like the one of the main guys for doing guns and stuff like that. And, we ended up starting to do his tasks while we were going through. Now, the other thing I want to show you, and while I'm here, I'm going to grab it, is one way to make the game easier for you. Now, a lot of people, when they're going through this game, they're like getting sniped from far distances, they're getting hurt from far distances, and they really didn't know how to figure that out or make sure that, you're going to be able to get your, get through it properly. Now, there is a scope here, which is the ACOG right here, ACOG times 4. It is 1.9k money. So we're ending up grabbing that, and we're going to end up making sure we have that to make sure that we have the ability to, go forward and be able to kill some stuff from a distance. So we'll end up showing that in a little bit. So the next tip I want to talk about is the guns themselves. The guns themselves are very much feel stronger from the ones you ended up getting here, you purchase here from Gunny, than they do from the ones in the field. So what we're going to end up doing here is we're going to end up taking our M41A, we're going to take that scope off, we're going to end up putting another scope on it. So we're going to actually use this one, because this one's just plugged up right up to the rail. So we have that, we got 2 clips, we got rounds. Let's make sure that's ammo, blah, blah, blah. We're good there. Okay. So we're good there. So that is usually one of the things that most people forget. So look, you can get your scope, and you can see that you're moving back and forth. You can end up holding your breath also to make it stop bouncing back and forth. And we're just going to go down, and I'm going to show you where you can check that. Holding breath, which is left alt for me. So while we're in there, we're going to hit left alt. Stops moving. See how that works? Your stamina for your arms go down a lot faster, but he ends up poking solid. So it's something you really want to know when you're going through the whole entire combat scenarios and vice versa. Now, the other thing that will eventually happen is Gunny will then end up getting silencers and things like that at the end of the guns. It's something else just to kind of put in your back of your head. So the farther up your rep, the better it's going to be for you. Now, another really good tip that you want to know about is the choppers. Now, a lot of people are kind of probably saying, what are you talking about the choppers? So the choppers themselves are on the map. So you hit your M, you hold the button, and you get your access to your map. When you first start, you're going to have access to only these two LZs, LZ1 and LZ2. Eventually, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get access to LZ3, which is down here, when you have to do the quest for the chopper, which is over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over here to LZ1 just so you all can see how this works. So LZ1, I click on it, pull the transport, and the chopper's going to come here. We're going to get here and we're going to go there. Now the waiting is a little bit of a frustrating thing, but at the same time, it gives you a chance to get in and out a little safer when you're in the field and you kind of know what's going on and so on and so forth. Now, as I was saying before, your tasks are important. Knowing how to call in this chopper is important. If you're doing a lot of quests, and especially solo, using the scope is going to make your life a lot easier, and I'll show you that in a moment. Now, the one thing I did kind of figure out that I'm kind of sad about is the fact that when it comes to the weapons in this game, the weapons that you get from, you know, your home base are and feel a lot stronger than your guns that you get in the you know, when you're going through your tasks and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if that was the intended or what was going on with it, but they definitely do feel stronger, and I think that that's kind of a good thing. You know, you can make sure those feel stronger so you can go through and, you know, get your stuff done. But we're hoping to talk to, you know, the people from Madfinger Games to see if they can end up telling us exactly what's going on. Now, the reason why I had them drop us off here is because we're going to go south, and I'm going to show you, because there's usually always some guys right on this corner building, why this scope is super more efficient than when you get close. Making sure that we are on a single round shots. We're going to come over here and we're going to just do a quick scope. Making sure nobody's around or what's going on. And making sure that we get those one-shots, the one-shot taps. We're going to use our gauze here. Fix that bleeding. Because we took that round pretty hard. Now, the head is 100% the most vulnerable, you know, spot that anyone's going to be able to, you know, do anything to. So that's why when we end up doing this, we make sure we're going for the head. We're going to take a quick look around. Usually there's a lot of people over here. Now, they recently have patched what's going on here? It's probably from the coughing or the heavy breathing. So we're going to take some pills here. Now, the other thing I found very interesting that I kind of wanted to talk about was the fact that there are a lot of different, you know, ailments you can get, and there's only certain things that are going to fix it. Like bleeding and things of that nature, they're only going to really be fixed if you end up having certain things going on with it. Now we saw another guy over here. See, this makes our our ability to kind of move through this space a lot easier with the one-shots. Now, this is something we learned towards the end of playing, and I really wanted to make sure everyone saw it and knew about it way before the game went to launch, because early tasks are really going to matter to get done quickly and efficiently, and this is going to be one way to do it. Because you can just pick people off as you're running through, and, you know, if it's dangerous or not dangerous, what it might be. But overall, it's a very easy way to do it. You end up getting down your mission. Let's say, see this guy's down here chilling. The reason why my cursor is moving so heavy is because of the injury was sustained to the head. So that coughing, which is the heavy breathing, is definitely going to cause an issue. Now, we're going to end up extracting out right now, really quickly, because, you know, let's say we finished our, whatever we needed to do, we needed to extract out. So instead of calling to, you know, the LZ, you end up clicking on the base camp. You call transport. It'll tell you where it's going to be. So it's going to fly here, do the pickup, and go back. The farther the LZ, the farther and longer it takes for you to do your pickup. So just remember that as you're trying to go through. But it really shows, you know, that just the slightest thing you get, being that it's the scope, really does matter for you when you're trying to, you know, do anything. So this scope, throw it on the M4. You don't have to worry. You can pick stuff out from far away. We got very unlucky where we got hit in the chest, but that's going to happen. Now, the other thing I wanted to make sure you notice that you're going to have a whole bunch of different things that are going to be here in your health panel. So, for instance, this is coughing. And you're thinking to yourself, why do I have coughing? If you take a bullet to your chest and you're wearing, you know, a chest plate and a chest piece, you know, it's going to really compress the chest piece onto your chest, and it's going to make it harder for you to breathe, and it's going to make you cough until you get that removed. So what's going to end up happening is once we go back to the base, we're going to use a surgical kit, remove that, and then this coughing is going to be gone. So there's lots of little things in the beginning of the game when you start picking it up and playing that you're going to want to think of, and you're going to want to make sure you do more of to make sure that you progress faster. Because the faster you progress in the early portion of taking care of your quests to making sure that you get higher trader value, the better it's going to be for yourself. So now we're just going to fly back to base, and we're going to call it a day. So, but I just wanted to thank you all, and you know, I appreciate everybody for listening to, you know, these five or six, I should say, tips. Kind of what I wanted to show everybody as we're going through. I'm going to make another video specifically for all the different elements, because it's a lot of different elements that are going to cause a lot of things you need to go back and forth to buy to make sure that you fix things. But I kind of just wanted to give an overall view for everybody to see it. So thank you all very much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate you. All right, dream big, keep gaming, have a fantastic rest of your time playing Gray Zone Warfare. I will see you when the game launches, and as always, my name is PeteyTV. I am on Twitch everything on Monday through Friday. I'm also now on YouTube, so please check us out. Thank you so much, and I will see you all soon. Love you. Bye, everybody. Have a great one.